only realised about a year after that I was actually okay. I hit my head, I'm sorry.
What is your strongest point as a musician?
I'm not trying to prove any points. I try to make sense of things out of making music. And yeah, that's kind of all I'm in it for.
What does the writing process look like? On what instrument, for example, do you write the easiest?
I start on either sort of like piano or guitar. I like to write things that are completely sort of organic and natural, because otherwise I end up finding the right like bass drum sound for about an hour, and it gets very tedious. Mm-hmm. So yeah, something simple to start with.
We have a section called On the Record in which we discuss one particular song.
Yeah.
So I'd like to do that about In Spirit Golden, if that's okay.
Okay.
Chris, you mentioned you were on some weird medication while writing it.
Yeah.
I was wondering what the story behind that was.
This was after I hit my head, I spoke to you about. And it was this medication called Keppra, which is a very strong and controlling anti-seizure medication. And I hated taking it. It was horrible to take because it would make me very angry and grumpy. And I don't really remember what sort of state of mind I was in when I wrote that song, so I don't really fully understand what it's about myself.
Did the doctors tell you that it could have this effect?
Yeah, they said it's not going to be nice taking this, but you're going to have to do it for a few months.
But were you afraid, or was it like what sentiments did it provoke? You said anger.
Well, yeah, well, I think my body was in shock anyway, so I was very fearful, and I didn't really know what was going on. I was convinced that the hospital were trying to conspire against me and tell me that I'd gone mad, but I hadn't, and that was the kind of stuff that was sort of going on. And I only realised about a year after that I was actually okay. I hit my head, I'm sorry.
Is the you in the song a specific person, or don't you remember? In the first verse, there's like a you person. You?
Me?
Yeah, in the song, in the lyrics, there's a you you're referring to.
Is there a you?
Yeah, I can't believe so.
You believe so? Probably. Yeah, I didn't really know what was going on at that time. I was really out of it.
But in Golden Spirit, what does that mean?
In Spirit Golden, I think it's something that's so like big and sort of bigger than mankind, almost sort of godlike, that you're very afraid of. It could be like, you know, like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and all of that cheesy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Or the sun, perhaps. Like
yeah,
in
the sun in the video. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the video is in a warehouse. It takes place in a warehouse.
It's in a air hangar. Okay. Where they keep planes and stuff.
What's the storyline? Can you put that?
Storyline is kind of is putting me into a situation where everything's not completely right. There's something weird going on, and there's not really people around. It's just me walking along, and there's a dog. And the dog was supposed to represent my my sort of other self. I don't know why. And yeah, and I'm walking along and walking through the lights and stuff, and then I get to the end of the tunnel, and I give up to the oppressor. I sort of take my blindfold off, and then I die. We don't see me die, but that was the sort
You're
of...
giving up?
Yeah.
You're going from the dark into the light? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. That dog, was it your own idea?
Yeah.
To be kind of your other self?
They were going to bring a wolf in, but we got a budget wolf. We got a husky.
A budget wolf?
Yeah.
What did you think about the end result when you saw it for the first time?
I really liked it. We used the same directors, my two friends from Stamp Films, who did the Caesar video, and we worked really well together, so I was really happy with the outcome in Spirit Golden.
Is it something you enjoy, making videos, or is that like a day you have to get through?
I do. I just saw the first draft of the Turn Your Back on Love video, which is going to be the next single, and that was really good fun. It was a long day, but we got through it in the end. We all got mad at the end.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed speaking to you.